राष्ट्र कहाए, गौरव मातृ पिता का बढ़ाए, हर मन में विश्वास जगाए। जितियो जितियो
चैतन्य
ज्ञान से भरपूर।
आएगी कशी आएगी થઈ ગયું ચાલ થઈ ગયું તું જઈને આપીશ હા હું એક તું કહી દઈશ વાંધો
Our chief guest, Professor Anil Bhardwaj, Director of the Physical Research Laboratory, Ahmedabad, is one of India's leading space scientists. He pioneered India's planetary science program and has been principal investigator of key experiments on Chandrayaan 1, 2, 3, the Mars Orbiter mission and Aditya L1. His discoveries, including X-rays from Saturn's rings and Jupiter's flares, have earned international recognition from NASA, ESA, and leading journals. With over 220 publications, guidance to numerous PhD scholars, and leadership as the founding president of Indian Planetary Science Association, Professor Bhardwaj continues to shape India's space exploration journey. It is our privilege to welcome him as the chief guest today. I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am, Dr. Rajam Gajjar Ma'am, to felicitate our chief guest, Professor Anil Bhardwaj, Director of the Physical Research Laboratory. Our distinguished guest, Dr. Anu Gokwe, Professor and Chair at St. Augustine's University, USA, brings over 3 decades of experience in teaching and research. A four-time Fulbright awardee, international researcher and author of Introduction to Telecommunications, she is widely recognized for her contributions to STEM education and IEEE leadership. A sought-after keynote speaker, she has delivered impactful workshops across 25 plus countries. We are honored to welcome her today. I invite respected Dr. Rajesh Thakkar to kindly felicitate Professor Anuradha Gokwe, Professor and Chair of Computer Information Systems at St. Augustine's University. It is my privilege to now invite Professor Jignesh Amin Sir, Professor at GPU SET, to deliver the welcome address and extend his words of guidance on this occasion.
Well, good morning to all. It's given me immense pleasure to extend warm welcomes to each one of you on behalf of GPU and GPU School of Engineering and Technology at the inaugural functions of GIAN course on Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning Algorithms, a comprehensive study. We are deeply honored to have among us eminent dignitaries, Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam, Rajam Gajjar Madam, Professor Anil Bhardwaj, Director Physical Research Laboratory, Professor Anuradha Gokwe, Professor St. Augustine University, USA, the course coordinator of this programs, Dr. R.A. Thakkar, Director Research and Development Cell, Dr. Gautam Makwana, the Indian and the CTU course coordinator for this programs. I warmly welcome all the distinguished guests, faculty members, research scholars and participant students, and from reputed institutes across India who have joined us for this academic endeavors. Artificial intelligence and machine learning are not just technologies, but transforming forces shaping the future of industries, government, education sectors, and the society at large. With the Government of India, AI missions and AICT declarations of 2025 as Year of Artificial Intelligence, this grand course aligns with our national vision of nurturing AI innovations and creating a skilled workforce for India's digital futures. GPU has always been at the forefront of embracing emerging technology through initiatives like PG programs in artificial intelligence and data science, the establishment of Center of Excellence, and national level competitions encouraging artificial intelligence powered research and innovations. This grand course conducted jointly by Professor Anuradha Gokhale and Professor Gautam Makwana provides a unique opportunity for participants to gain comprehensive insight into artificial intelligence and machine learning, covering fundamentals, applications, and advanced research pedagogies. With more than 70 participants from IITs, central and state universities, and GPU-affiliated institutes, this course reflects a true spirit of collaborations and knowledge exchange. I am confident that the deliberations over the next 5 days will inspire the new ideas, foster research, partnerships, and empower all the participants to contribute meaningfully to the artificial intelligence driven futures. Once again, I extend a heart welcome to all the dignitaries on the dais, faculty members, participants, and all the invitees. Let us embark on this academic journey together with great enthusiasm and a shared vision of innovations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Amin, for your gracious and inspiring words. We are truly honored by your guidance. It is my privilege to invite Professor Anu Gokhale to kindly address the gathering and share her valuable insights with us.
Well, good morning everyone and all the honorable guests on the dais. It's my privilege and honor to be here, and all the honorable attendees, participants of this course, thank you for coming. You are the one that make this course a success. So I truly honor you, and I'm blessed to be here. Thank you first of all to GIAN, the Global Initiative of Academic Networks, a program conceived by the central government, Ministry of Education, and to bring scholars to India so Indian youth would be scientifically and technologically adept. So please, everyone take advantage of this opportunity. See how you can rise higher in your life, okay, in your career. Second, thank you very much to Gujarat Technological University for inviting me. This is truly a privilege. I was here in 2017 when GTU invited me as a Fulbright specialist to design the curriculum and program for a master's program in cybersecurity. I would say GTU has always been on the cutting edge, because then it was cybersecurity, which was a relatively new field. Today it's AI, and this course was conceived at least over a year ago, because the whole process takes a long time to actually apply and everything. So you can imagine today the buzzword is AI, but GTU thought about it over a year ago. So I would congratulate GTU and commend the leadership for conceiving the course in AI and ML algorithms for the whole nation, because this is a nationwide offering, and truly a privilege to be here again. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your enlightening words. We are truly grateful for the wisdom and perspective you have shared with us today. It is now my honor to invite our esteemed chief guest, Anil Bhardwaj, Director of the Physical Research Laboratory, to deliver the chief guest address and enlighten us with his words.
Good morning, Suprabhat, Namaskar, Kem Cho, Sat Sri Akal, Adabaz, Ram Ram, Jai Shri Krishna, Honorable Vice Chancellor and my great friend, Professor Raju Gajjar, Anu Gokhale, colleagues from GTU, Professor Thakkar, who was impressing on me that I should be here. And it's always a pleasure to come to GTU. I have come to GTU many times, and it's a special privilege for me to be here on the occasion that you are having a GIAN course in artificial intelligence and machine learning. You have heard my introduction from the person from GTU telling that I am a space scientist. And I have worked on many planetary missions and space missions of India. So how AI/ML is being used in space sciences? We have started using it much earlier. I will tell you a small story to narrate. When we are conceiving the Mars orbiter mission of India, the light travel time delay from Earth to Mars and back, when you have to communicate, can vary from 8 minutes to 45 minutes. So if I say hello, Mars orbiter mission, which we in short call MOM, that means we have sent MOM to Mars, right? It can vary 20 minutes, 40 minutes, right? So that means the spacecraft has to be fully autonomous. Autonomous means it has to have its own intelligence, which you call artificial intelligence now, to detect what is happening on the spacecraft, isolate it, and do a recovery of it. And this was implemented for the first time in our space missions because the light travel time delay is very large. Even when we were inserting into the Mars, the insertion of the Mars orbiter mission, in short I will call MOM, was on the back side of the Mars, as seen from the Earth. So that means there was no communication happening between the spacecraft and the Earth. We were all knowing that spacecraft is working very well, and it went into the shadow as seen from the Earth. And this was a very, very crucial time when we were actually firing our engine to slow down the spacecraft to get inserted into Martian orbit. Because you have to slow down to get captured into gravity of the planet, right? So gravity has to pull the planet, pull the spacecraft, and then you have to get into an orbit. Everything was happening on AI/ML. The spacecraft was enabled to take decision of its own, and it made India the first country in the world to have the successful insertion of an orbiter around the Mars in the first attempt. Similarly, all of you must have watched the Chandrayaan 3 landing, right? The Vikram lander, 23rd of August 2023, 6 p.m., right? We had a very successful landing of the Chandrayaan 3 Vikram lander, right? There also, all the decisions of landing after it is released from the orbiter has to be autonomous. There is no command control given from the ground to the spacecraft to do anything. So that means artificial intelligence built into the spacecraft has to take decisions. We start as if like this, become vertical, and then it has to land. The location of the landing area, we call as landing site, is known to the spacecraft, but decision where to land has to be taken by the spacecraft itself. And all those maps of craters, locations, everything is built into the spacecraft. But it's the intelligence of the spacecraft which has to work, because there are so many sensors which is feeding the motherboard, or I should say main computer on the spacecraft, to take decisions of what is the velocity, what is the acceleration, what is the distance of the landing site, what is the position, attitude, x, y, z coordinate. Everything is done, calculated and fed into the computer to take decisions. So AIML is being used in our space missions for last, I should say, 2 decades. Okay? Now this AIML is a buzzword, as was mentioned by Anu also, but it is a kind of teaching which we train a program or algorithm to take decision of its own. That's called artificial intelligence. That means it takes the data which you have fed and the algorithm to decide on what is the best course of action. And based on that only it takes decisions, right? So this is what has been proven in space when we did the Mars orbiter mission, insertion, and even now, for example, we are talking about mission to Venus or Mars landing missions, and even in the Mars orbiter mission, there used to be a time when there will be no communication between the mom and Earth. This is a time when the spacecraft or the Mars will be on the one side of the sun. If you assume this as the sun, mom is here, Earth is here, sun is in between. So the radiation of the sun is so strong that it will not allow the radio communication to come towards the Earth. It will be like a huge background. So it is called blackout, radio blackout. That used to happen for 20 to 30 days when this position happens. It's called a position. Earth and Mars are opposite. Spacecraft is left of its own. छोड़ देते हैं उसको भाई अपने ऊपर अपने को संभालो. But it used to work very well. And it used to take of its own the decisions and try to communicate only when it is out. Right? Because it has to know that I have come out of this blackout now and I will start communicating. This is all based on, aerodynamics and three-body calculations of where the spacecraft is, where the Mars is, where the Sun is, and where the Earth is. You do all these calculations and tell, okay, by next 20 days, bye-bye, see you afterwards. So this kind of activities are happening, and I am very happy that GTU has having this course, GIAN, for AIML, which will actually enable us and you in particular to know how to use this technique. Because this is very important in current context, because data is becoming so large, but then how do you process the data? You cannot do it manually. You need huge algorithms to do that. And this kind of teaching is always helpful for us to keep us updated so that we can utilize this new technology which is available. It's a kind of tool which is available to mankind to enhance the quality of work, not to become a slave of it. That is very important for us, because we cannot become a slave of AIML. AIML robots should not dictate us. We have to dictate them, right? And that is why it is also important to know to what level you should teach any of these algorithms to take decisions. Certain decision has to be with the human beings. So I thank you once again to GTU for inviting me over here and to be with among you all for the inauguration of this session. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Bhardwaj, for your inspiring address. We are deeply honored to have heard your thoughts and vision today. It is my profound honor to humbly request our respected Vice Chancellor Ma'am, Dr. Raju Gajjar, to kindly deliver the presidential address and grace us with her invaluable thoughts.
Thank you. A warm welcome to all the participants traveling from across the different states from within the state. Big thank you to all the experts on the dais, Dr. Bhardwaj, Dr. Anu, my colleagues, Dr. Rami, Dr. Makwana and Dr. Rajesh Thakkar. So it's always an honor and privilege to listen to Dr. Bhardwaj. I think I'm going to conduct a separate AI and planetary studies program. This is a done thing now, and we are going to do it the very first opportunity that we get. Dr. Rajesh and Dr. Rami, Dr. Makwana, if you can do it. It's always so very, very interesting to hear him and to listen to the real-time stories. And when I say story, he says it in such a nice and elusive form, making it in the like a beautiful story. But it's amazing how AI and ML have already played such a deep role in all our scientific discoveries, in all our scientific endeavors, I should say, since we said about a decade ago. So far, in various forms, AI had been used mostly. Most of the emerging technologies have come either from the defense organizations or from the automobile. Two major drivers of all emerging technologies. But now that AI is here, I suppose people from Gujarat would know. So GTU has made it mandatory that every faculty, all the faculty across all the 400 institutions that are affiliated to GTU, may they be in engineering, pharmacy, MBA or computer applications, they have to undergo complete a course on AI by the end of this year. The reason being that अनिल जी ने तो थोड़ा अच्छा पिक्चर दिया है कि भाई आप उसको कंट्रोल कर सके, इस तरह से AI को फीड कीजिए, मगर AI खुद फीड लेता रहता है. And for the teachers at least there is a big challenge, a very big challenge that if not looked over, studied carefully, why would the students come to class is a big question. The best of the best students, and when I say best, I don't mean all the meritorious and all the rankers. I mean students who really want to come and learn. Maybe hands-on, maybe projects, maybe not extremely intellectual projects that students are engaged in, but at the tip of their fingers, in every source that they want to reach out to, starting right even from GTU library, we have a huge repository of e-books, e-journals, e-material which the students can access from anywhere. So also for the faculty. It has not reached that point as of now, but if we look at just another completely different scenario, Hollywood went through a deep crisis जब वो उनके सारे all the experts went on a strike कि AI को मतलब. And what was the reason? It was already there, they were already aware, and they have all the technology available to them, access to them. They could have kept a step ahead of their technology, but yet they had to go on a strike to keep their jobs. It was as critical as that. So as I said, it's a completely different scenario, but for teachers too. Since a long time, even before AI, भूल जाओ, AI अभी आया है, जब से ChatGPT, AI was always there. ChatGPT brought it to the surface. Oh, okay, everyone felt that AI is ChatGPT. But the question here is that you always had a situation whereby the student and the faculty, उसका connection क्लासरूम में ही होना है. वो एक ट्रेडिशनल नॉर्म जो था वो कब का we kept on saying that you have to break that tradition. Just because every faculty, every teacher since eons I should say had undergone a very specific pedagogy, उन्होंने अपने टीचर से किस तरह से सीखा उसी फॉर्म में वो लोग अपने क्लास में आज भी सिखाने जाते हैं, because वही आपने देखा है, वही आपने सीखा है. मगर AI के आने से everyone has to now really look at yourselves. How is it that you train not just yourselves, your students, you train AI? Because the country, the state, the municipal corporations, everyone has started using. Just a few days ago, I was in a town planning conclave where they said that stop talking all smart city वगैरह वगैरह कुछ नहीं. हमको transportation का solution लाके दे दो. आप नहीं दे सकते तो AI तो हमको दे देंगे. Very simple. All these sensors, all the data is already there. They don't need experts to say यहाँ से इस तरह से traffic जाएगा वो जाएगा. Similarly for all the domains, every domain, and therefore it is not a competition that the faculty should have with AI. It is how you can really adapt and adopt it. You cannot say in your class, I will not allow use of ChatGPT. But at the same time, what is it that you can bring to class? How is it that you can use this technology is what we are endeavoring to go ahead and open up all these avenues. There will be more and more trainings which GTO will keep coming up with experts. You can also suggest, experts suggest the particular training that you want to go through. But this is what we feel that we need to really embed ourselves in if we do not want to have a future which we have not foreseen. It is already here knocking at our doorsteps, right? So having said that, a big thank you to all the people who have traveled, and I hope that the next week is going to be so full of interactive sessions. Anuji has traveled from so far, and I hope that you also get a good experience out of Ahmedabad, out of all the interactions that you have, and you can also suggest any other additions which you want to. A big thank you to the whole team from GTU, Dr. Makwan and Dr. Rami, who have worked very hard, and all the other. Thank you, wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your gracious and inspiring address. We feel truly privileged to have received your guidance. With great respect, I now invite Dr. R.A. Thakkar, Director, RTC GT, to kindly deliver the vote of thanks and formally conclude this inaugural session.
Good morning. We have on the dais Dr. Rajul K. Madam, Honorable Vice Chancellor of GTU. Then Professor Anil Bharadwaj sir, Director of Physical Research Laboratories. Professor Anu Gokhale Madam, who is actually expert for this GIAN FPP. Then Professor Jignesh Amin, Director, GTU School of Engineering and Technology, and Professor Gautam Makwana, who is a coordinator for this FPP, and all participants from various universities. First of all, actually, we are thankful to Anil Bharadwaj sir for sparing this valuable time. He is very busy actually, that he was occupied in one of the meetings in the morning. So he said that, can I come at 11:30? We said that we'll be very happy that even if you can come at as per your convenience.
And he has to leave again for another meeting.
In the
middle of the meeting,
there is another training program. It's going on at PRL actually. That sir was busy with that. So we thank you, sir, that for sparing your valuable time. We are thankful to Professor Anu Gokhale Madam, who has come all the way from USA to be part of this FPP that will be delivering majority of the sessions, and you will be learning quite a lot from her. We had already one actually interactive session with the faculty of School of Engineering and Technology, and it was really excellent that on Saturday. We are thankful to GIAN, Ministry of Education. They have granted this FPP to GTU. We applied, I think, 1 year back, and then maybe that it took some time actually for the approval. And initially, actually, it was applied by Professor P.S. Mann, that he has left this university. Then Professor Gautam Makwana, actually, he has become the coordinator. And it needs lots of preparation that to attend this FPP. It's not that easy actually. We thank Professor Gautam Makwana actually and entire team of GTU School of Engineering and Technology to take this challenge and to arrange this FPP. Professor, Miss Mona Chaudhary actually, she is that local coordinator for the GIAN for this university. So we are thankful to her also that she supported actually quite a lot in getting this FPP through from the Government of India, Ministry of Education, and that entire team actually that they worked hard that to make this day possible. And we thank all the participants for attending this FPP, and I am sure that there will be lots of learning and you will be able to establish even that collaboration with the Madam's University. So thank you, Madam, and wish you all the best and lots of learning for that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your gracious and thoughtful words. We are truly grateful for your presence and guidance. As we come to the conclusion of this inaugural function, I request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
You have these sessions as well?
Yes.